What's up, YouTube? Red Zone 101, as always, God bless and peace. It's going to be a hot one today, so we're going to try to keep this video short. Hey guys, I got 522 pistols here that I wanted to share with you, some of my favorites. The older I get, the more I enjoy shooting 22 caliber handguns, rifles, more so than anything else. Low recoil, very accurate, and you can buy a brick of ammo for a fraction of the cost that you can pay, well, that you would pay for 9mm, 40 cal, or 357 Magnum, or anything else, a 223. Anyway, so we're going to get right into this, okay? Now, as you know from watching my videos, I have no problem carrying a 22 for self-defense. As long as I have a 22 that's got a good, proven, reliability record, and I use good ammo, I keep it clean and in good condition, again, I have no problem carrying a 22. Alright, now if you're looking to get into 22s and you want something really simple, you can't beat something like this right here. All of these guns have been safety checked, and there is not one in the chamber in any of these. This right here is a 22 revolver, 2-inch snubby. This is a Taurus model 942 ultralight. And I mean, this right here is a great little 22 right here. It's got 8 shots. It's not ammo picky. Unfortunately, with 22s, you got to be very careful. Some of them like some ammo better than others. And this really comes into play when you're talking about your semi-autos here. Okay, but a good 22 revolver, you can put different types of ammo in it. If it doesn't go off the first time, it's double action, single action, meaning you pull the trigger once. I'm not going to. You pull the trigger back, it cocks the hammer, as you see there, and fires, or else you can pull the hammer back and fire it in single action. Just a really good pistol if you want to carry, just getting into it. Got a little sleeve here. Just a really nice gun here, and very inexpensive. And for a long time, this one was very hard for me to find because it's so inexpensive, and it's really a good little gun. A lot of people want it, so it took me years to find one, meaning find one at the price that I wanted. Finally got one. You can't beat this one right here. So moving right along, this right here is one of my favorite 22s. I've had this for a number of years. This is a Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact. Now, this has an internal hammer, has 10 round mags. This has been, out of all of my 22s, the most reliable. I mean, it will feed just about anything I put in it except subsonics. Really great 22. It's not quite compact as, let's say, the revolver here. As you can see, it's a little bigger, but at the same time, I like the feel of it. It's not so small that you're fighting to get a grip on it, but it's not so big that it's going to print really bad. And the trigger on this is decent once you get used to it, okay? This right here, out of all of them, is probably my all-time favorite. Moving on. Now right here, we have a 22 that I got some pros and cons about it. I'm on the fence of whether you should buy one, but I'm just going to tell you. This right here is the Taurus TX22 Toro Gen 2. Now this here, when you buy it, comes with a 16 round mag and I think a 22 round mag, which is in there now. The pros about this gun: one of my favorite range guns. This trigger right here, excellent. I can double tap really quick with this when I'm at the range and I'm practicing. Enjoy the shoot. I love the way it feels in the hand. I love the slide cuts. Just a really nice gun. The problem is, when I first got this, I had issues. Still have a couple, but nothing like when I first bought it. This gun right here had feed problems when I bought it. But after about 300, 400, 500 rounds, that smoothed out to where now it's pretty reliable. Okay, not quite as reliable as my Smith & Wesson M&P 22 compact, but still reliable enough that I have faith that if I carried this, EDC'd it, that it's going to get the job done. Okay, as long as I'm using good ammo, like this right here. I'm pretty sure that's the Federal Punch, right? No, that's not the Federal Punch. That's CCI uppercuts, or else I can use the Federal Punch. Use good 22 ammo if you are going to carry a 22. Anyway, but again, I had problems. The major problem I had, I'm going to flip it over, was right here. The slide release. When I first got it, it was really stiff. It got to the point that actually it would jam and would not move up or down. I couldn't release the slide. Took the gun apart, found out that inside the slide here, well, inside the gun, I took the slide off, that the internals were so tight that they were rubbing against each other, and it was freezing up and jamming the slide release. Gotta forgive me, it's a little hot out here trying to get through this video. Anyway, so I went inside here and I did some tinkering, tried to loosen up the internals that were rubbing together. Now I can manipulate the slide release with no problem. Okay, problem is it's supposed to lock back on the last round, and it will from time to time, and then there's times it won't. But bottom line, it's working a lot better than when I first got it. Again, one of my favorite range guns, but I had issues. So I have reservations about recommending this gun to you. I believe this. I believe probably 85 to 90% of the products of Taurus that come out are good quality. That's the problem, quality control. Now I know you can get that with any firearm, but with Taurus it seems to be a little more prevalent. If you get a good one, great gun, great for home defense, if you wear the right holster, the right clothes, EDC. But that said, if you get a bad one, my experience with Taurus customer service is non-existent. I called them once and stayed on the phone just to see how long they would have me wait. I waited 3 hours plus. Finally hung up and said, that's it. Haven't been able to contact them since. So customer service, even though I think you have a lifetime warranty like on this, Taurus customer service is, all right, I think you get the picture. I'm going to leave that alone. Otherwise, this is a great fun gun right here. And I love the way it looked. That's one of the things that attracted me. So we're going to put that there, okay? Now right here is one of my newer purchases here. This right here is an FN 502 Tactical 22. Threaded barrel, really nice trigger here. Although the reset is pretty long. It's external hammer here, okay? It's single double action, meaning you cock the hammer back. Well, actually, you have to cock the hammer back to fire it, and then every shot after that, the hammer cocks itself back, okay? But again, you can carry this cocked and locked, or, which I do like about this, if you were going to carry it, you could carry around in the chamber and just have the hammer down, and then if you needed to fire it, you cock out the hammer and then fire. Which to me isn't a bad thing. If you have a problem with carrying a gun cocked and locked, you're not comfortable with that, I can get that. For a long time I felt the same way. Actually I have a SIG P238 that basically is like a miniature 1911, and you do have to carry it cocked and locked, or just carry it with the hammer down, and when you're ready to fire it, cock the hammer and then fire it. So I don't really have a problem with that, but I can understand why some people do. It's got suppressor height sights here. this is just a really nice gun. Out of all of the guns here, out of all of my 22s, this right here is the most accurate. And it could be because it's got a little extra weight to it. Now when you buy this, it comes with a 10 round mag, and it also comes with this 15 round mag. Now as you see, I put a sleeve on mine, and that's because I just like the feel of the sleeve on mine. It just feels better. On most of my handguns, I put a sleeve on. If you look at the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Compact, I got a sleeve on. I like finger grooves. I like that. Gives me a little more control. Not that the recoil is bad on a 22, but it just gives me a little better real estate when I'm grabbing the gun. Okay, this gun right here, very reliable. I gotta say, haven't had too much of any issue with it. If I did have an issue, it was ammo related. But this gun right here, I gotta say, it just feels like quality. Maybe that's because it's got a little more heft than my other 22s here, but it's just very well made. It's made by a company called Umarex. They make guns for different firearm manufacturers, like FN here. And Umarex is actually an airgun company that makes 22 pistols for different companies. But still, the quality on this, fantastic. Love this gun. Would recommend this any day of the week. Now what I did do, I just thought about this. I'm starting to sweat a little bit, so we're going to try to wrap this up soon. Okay, is I did change the the guide rod in here, because the guide rod that comes with it is plastic. It just seemed a little cheap. Okay, it didn't affect the function of the gun, but the big problem that I had with this, if I could call it a problem, was the recoil spring. And some other people have talked about this too. The recoil spring in this is really underpowered, meaning I would go to pull the slide back, or I'd have the slide locked back, and if I hit the slide release, the slide wouldn't go back all the way. I'd have to tap it like on the back to get it to go forward. But after that, for the most part, it functioned fine. But I read online where some people were not only changing the guide rod from plastic or polymer to steel, they were changing the recoil spring also. So the recoil spring that most people they recommended was for the SIG P250, I think it was. It's a stronger recoil spring, and I gotta say, it made a big difference. Now even with the slide locked back, if I hit the slide release, the slide goes forward with no problem, no function issues. Great guns. But those are the upgrades that I did on this, and I would recommend them. Well, recommend it for me. You do what you're gonna do. Okay, anyway, going on, the last one here. Let's move that aside. Look at that baby right there. Looks like a Beretta 92 FS. And it is a remake. And granted, this gun is made for Beretta, also by Umarex, the same company that makes the FN 502 for FN. Now this gun right here, I love this gun. It's a lot of fun. It's got two 16 round mags. It's double single action. It's got a decocker here. Now as you notice, I put a comp on that. Now I know some of you are probably thinking, why would you put a comp on 22? It's just fun. Okay, and this would be an excellent gun, an excellent bedside gun. Good magazine capacity. Now I did change the grips on it, and with the compensator on it, it just has a really leave me alone look to it. Okay, and this gun is a lot of fun to shoot. Accurate for the most part. Good trigger. Not as good as, let's say, my FN or my Taurus here, the TX22, but still just a lot of fun to shoot, a lot of fun to take to the range. And the other thing is, as I said, with 22s, you can get a lot more. I'm rearranging these so we can look at them better. You can get a lot more range time in for less money. And that's what I love about these guns. But again, this one right here has been very reliable when I use good ammo. Now, if I use bulk ammo, for the most part, any of these guns can have issues, because bulk ammo is not high quality ammo, okay? But out of all of them, even with bulk ammo, the Smith & Wesson M&P 22 Compact still functions better, with the exception of the revolver here, than any of my 22 semi-autos. But I would recommend any of these, with a buyer beware exception of the new Taurus TX22 Toro Gen 2. Like I said, if you get a good one, great gun. If you get one that's got some issues, like I had, basically you're going to be, from what I've experienced, I was on my own. I had to fix my own problem. So anyway, these are 5 of the 22 pistols that I would recommend, either for just plinking at the range, or even for home defense, or even EDC. So anyway, that's my review. Don't know what else to say, except it's getting hot in here. Like, what was that singer said, it's getting hot in here, but I'm gonna keep my clothes on. Anyway, guys, you take care. This is Red Zone 101. Happy 4th of July. Be safe out there. Watch your 6, and always peace whenever possible. Take care, people. Thanks for watching.